Arlington, Virginia is the fourth smallest county in the nation, geographically. It's only 26 square miles. It's very dense, though, and we sit right next to Washington, D.C. One of the things I like about it is it attracts people like me to come there because of government, which is the main industry in Washington, D.C. But it's such an attractive community to live in. Those people stay with EPU. I'm in the initial cohort, and they reached out to elected officials throughout the South for their applications for equity projects. And mine relates to budgeting. I call it budgeting for equity. So the budgeting for three particular need groups that are part of my proposal: students with disabilities, students who are economically disadvantaged, and students who are English learners. Those planning factors were established years ago. They've never been updated. They are not effective, in my opinion, in providing the resources that those need groups need. So my idea is to change the budgeting mechanism to allocate a particular amount of dollars per student in each school and bringing those dollars to the school and not staff resources, because the staff is one way to solve a problem, but having dollars that the principal can devote to, say, additional field trips or getting an expert in residence or something like that, would allow a broader and more novel approach to the needs of my three need groups. If we are able to, through this change in a budgeting mechanism, we are able to help these students in these particular need groups to achieve better, not just scholastically, but considering the whole child, that is going to change the perception of the schools that have very high percentages of economically disadvantaged or English learners, which now, because of the high percentages and the low test scores, are seen as the schools you want to stay away from. Schools that are not as good as these other schools with the higher test scores. I think we can set a good example that with a heads-up approach to equity, we can use our resources to make some kind of positive change, and I think that's going to kind of cascade.